Steve took off toward the south and was going to fly southbound, looking around for some dry lake beds for some work he might have had planned for in the future.
Now we're seeing some high winds today. Is the search effort continuing despite the winds?
It is for the time being, but if they get too bad, we could have to suspend search operations.
Well, let me be clear on that. You have aircraft up at the moment?
One just took off, Ed.
Okay. Well, describe the conditions out there. You say they're not.
Well, we've got moderate turbulence out there right now, and the nearer you get to mountains, you get a downslope effect where the winds come back up like that, and it can really bounce a light airplane around and hurt people.
Now, tell us about this plane. It wasn't his plane. It belonged to the ranch?
As I understand, that's the case, and it was a Citabria Super Decathlon. It's a well-known airplane, very durable, and a lot of people fly them around here, and it's an enjoyable little aerobatic airplane, although I understand Mr. Fossett did not care for aerobatics, so it's unlikely he would have been doing anything like that.
This was just an out-and-back trip, a recreational trip almost.
Just a little out-and-back excursion, and he had more than enough fuel on board, so that shouldn't have been an issue either.
But why didn't... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, we've got bad conditions today to search for him. What were the conditions like yesterday?
The conditions were optimal yesterday. They had more than 10 miles visibility, and if not calm winds, then very light variable winds.
Why didn't he file a flight plan? Isn't that kind of procedure, or is that uncommon?
No, it's not uncommon. In fact, when you're flying out of a private airstrip in a remote area like this, it's not common to call in and file a flight plan, especially if you don't plan on being gone for very long. It's not like if you were flying out of Reno, Tahoe.
Where are you centering the search at this point?
In an area to the south and east of the ranch there, southeast, about 30 miles southeast of Yerington. Not any further than Bishop, California.
Mm-hmm. How many aircraft do you have up, or will you have up?
We have 13 aircraft in the air right now.
Wow. Okay.
We're
We seem to have lost that news conference from Minden, Nevada. The very latest we're hearing is that this man, Steve Fossett, a well-known global adventurer, has not been found. Let's listen once again.
Well, people of his experience and background, sometimes they like to go out and push the envelope a little, although as I understand from his pilot, he was actually a very conservative pilot when he wasn't in some ground record-breaking effort. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's hard to speculate.
Mm-hmm. So do you call this a rescue mission, a recovery mission, a search effort?
As far as we know now, it is still a rescue mission. Mm-hmm. Until we have more information, it'll remain that.
What do conditions like this mean for the searchers in the plane? I mean, how does it limit their ability?
It gets really rough out there, Ed. Try and imagine on a really bumpy day when you've been coming into Reno and the winds have been like this and you're looking out the window and trying to spot something on the ground. It can be tough, and when you're even nearer the ground like our crews are, you can get your head bounced off the ceiling of the airplane pretty easily.
Do you have any leads at this point?
We're following up on some electronic data, but as yet I can't speak to that.
Did that plane have, I don't know what you call it in a smaller plane, but like the equivalent of a black box or some kind of a signal system in it?
It has an ELT, that's a locator system that can be picked up by satellites.